Have you ever had a moment when you realized that the rest of your life was ruined? I hope you haven't, but if you have, I understand. I was born on Christmas Day, 1983. I always wished I was born 3 years earlier. I like perfect numbers, like 80. 1983 is not a perfect number. Only one thing of interest occurred on my birthday. Joan Miró, the Spanish artist, died at the age of 90. 90 years old, can you imagine? 90 years of happiness would have been paradise. But not for Joan. Joan was a very sad man. He painted to stay alive. He often drew ladders to express his desire to escape. But I have a bad family history with ladders. When I was 3, I threw my mother's jewelry into the chandelier above. I wanted to see what she would do. She yelled at me and called my father over. "Don't worry," he told us. "I'll get the ladder." As she brought the ladder into the room, Mother stood frowning in the corner with her arms crossed. When Father got to the top step, he reached for the jewelry in the chandelier. Then the ladder began to tip. He held on to the chandelier. The ladder fell to the floor. My mother ran to help him. The chandelier fell and crushed them both. I hid in the corner of the living room. I couldn't dare to turn around. I couldn't see what else had exploded behind me. I just couldn't. I can't touch jewelry anymore, and I don't care to wear it.
My name is Richard Tiller, and I was the director of the Walt Disney Home for Children. When Virginia came to us, she was still in a state of immense shock. Notably, she refused to be assigned to the girls' quarters. Among the others, Virginia quickly became the subject of pranks and gossip. We didn't know if it was the way she dressed, or the way she walked, or spoke, or slept. All we knew was that her presence deeply affected the others. Their discomfort was irrational, of course. Irrational and irreparable. Eventually we decided it was best for her to have a separate room, away from the others. That's when she started collecting the wood. We didn't know for weeks, of course, but Virginia often snuck into the woods behind the orphanage at recess. We thought all the children stayed away from the trees, but there were piles of wood in her room. In the last weeks of her stay, Virginia began a construction project. small houses in the corners of the orphanage. When her parents passed, she was found by her neighbors, hiding in the corner of the living room. I thought these corner homes were related. She'd sit and read in them all the time. We had no idea how she could fit inside those things. None of the other children could get in. I don't really know how to tell you what I saw when I was inside. It was kind of like a maze. In total, she built 18 of these homes before she disappeared. Since then, Virginia's become a bit of an urban legend around here. I don't believe those little homes did anything, but she was last spotted reading in the 18th home. We never did find that one. Only the last 17.
I understand.
Hi, my name is Leonard Morlin. I have a story to tell. At one point, I was walking into my bathroom, and as I set my belongings down, I turned the corner, and I noticed this thing on the wall. It was right above the light switch. It had a shadow that was bigger than the wall. It had multiple legs all stuck onto the wall, and they were bendy. It looked like an out-of-place Halloween decoration. And as I stood there and noticed it, it just didn't move. I was frozen in fear. I didn't know what to do. I held onto my belongings and just stared. What felt like an eternity. I grabbed my belongings and ran out. And as I sat in my living room, breathing, hyperventilating, about to faint, every limb in my body started slowly. I couldn't feel my feet, couldn't feel my legs, couldn't feel my hands, couldn't feel my arms. And as I just sit down, I just feel like parts of my body slowly wither away as I just witnessed this thing on my wall, this creature. And then within the next day I checked, it was gone. I have no idea where it went, and I fear that one day I will see it again.